Hi folks, Sean here. Just need 30 seconds of your time before you tune into our latest episode of Friends in Low Places. Now, during the recording of this episode, we experienced some internet connectivity issues, and as a result, there may be brief variations in audio or video quality. So we apologize for that and appreciate your patience and understanding. Secondly, Mike, Aaron, Niall, and myself would like to thank everybody who's tuned in to Friends in No Places since we started doing the podcast in December last year. And thank you to everybody for all the comments and feedback. We really appreciate it. We're having great fun doing the show, and we're really looking forward to 2026 and the episodes that we'll be pushing out during the year. And with that, we would really love if you could subscribe to Friends in Low Places from whichever platform you're tuning into. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on Instagram. And soon the podcast will also be available on Apple. So with that, I'll let you get to our latest episode, episode 6, Return of the Tedi.
A ride is out of the question.
Down with this sort of thing. Careful now. The nation holds its breath. Yes!
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Friends in Low Places, the podcast where 4 supposedly wise men dissect the intricacies of being middle-aged. All good, gents?
Sean, how are you keeping?
Hi,
you well?
Shawnee.
Yeah, okay, we've
I'm
lost
Mike.
Mike.
Niall, how are you?
Mike
Good.
just dropped out for a second there. He's back.
How's the week? All good?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, I had a middle-aged moment on Monday where I drove all the way to work and was at my desk at 7 o'clock in the morning to realise I'd left my laptop in the kitchen counter and had to drive all the way home to get it. And on Tuesday, I had the second middle-aged moment where I left my lunch on the same counter and only realised when I got to work. I think the approaching the 50 mark is starting to show. But anyway, right, gents, the mother of a wise man once said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And this podcast, I guess maybe too, is like a box of chocolates. Our listeners never know what they're going to get. And what will our good listeners get this week? So we will have a retrospective look through our middle-aged eyes at the whole TV, movie and ad culture that we grew up with during the 80s and 90s. And we'll have a look at the whole TV setup and TV rituals, which Michael will walk us through.
Brilliant.
We'll go through favourite movies at the time and maybe movies that became cult hits and that type of thing with Niall. Aaron will run us through our favourite TV ads or most memorable TV ads during that time as well. And maybe at the end and during we'll have 1 or 2 little quizzes to test our memories on some movies and some TV series and some ads. Okay. So anyway, this one is going to be a fun one. Mike, the house TV setup, TV rituals.
Yeah, Sean.
Wow.
Interesting topic, actually, because I canvassed a few of my colleagues at work about it during the week just to see what their thoughts were on it as well. But I think predominantly, in the earlier years of TV, most households had definitely had 1 TV. A lot had 2. From people I spoke to, I think they generally seem to suggest that it was in the kitchen had a second TV, maybe a small little 14-inch, maybe black and white. But yeah, the general consensus was there was generally some form of 2 TVs in the house in the earlier days. As time has evolved, oddly enough, it's still in around the same. I think it's possibly due to tablets and laptops and mobile phones that TVs are nearly less popular in households. or growing less popular. Maybe the second TV has moved from the kitchen into a gaming room or into a bedroom for games rather than it being in the kitchen. What do you think yourself, guys? What was your general setup at home?
Well, in our house, Mike, with the main TV in the sitting room in the 80s, and that was it. Like the two channels, you had to watch what the parents are watching. Funny story, we couldn't get a reception for years, so there's a big hill behind us. So I remember myself and my dad putting a cable up the top of the mountain. I'm not making this up, just to get a reception. So I mean, it was mad, like thinking back, but it worked. Like,
Was that just for the two channels, RT1 and 2?
just for the two channels. Then if it got windy, then you were in trouble. That's the way it was. It's true. You remember that, Mike? The thing on top of the gravel.
Yeah. I think we've had to go up a few Saturdays to stabilize it a bit after a storm.
Yeah, amazing, like, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's, you know, if you look at what you had from a communications point of view back in the 80s compared to now, you know, like a lot of households, some of the my colleagues even said to me that they don't even have a TV, you know, in apartments and places that just don't bother with them.
Right, okay.
I reckon they don't watch enough of it. Everything is streamed, whether it be on a tablet or I know myself and Aaron have a good friend that lives in Clonmel, and I don't think he's ever had a TV. Everything's on a laptop, you know.
I have to have. I love my TV. I have to say, and I love it. I have to have it, Jan.
Pretty sure the second TV, when we got a second TV, and I hope I remember this correctly, it was sourced in Northern Ireland. It was black and white, and it was smuggled across the border. So I bet you never had Catherine Devitt down for a cross-border smuggler, but there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
And the other thing, I don't know if you remember when you got your first remote control with a TV. That was a big thing. So in other words, who got to hold on to and control the remote control?
Yeah, like the TVs. I don't know. Do I remember a time where we never had a remote control? I do remember remote controls being this, you know, brick of a thing. And obviously, with in our household, there was plenty of young lads. The remote had to be left in a specific place. Could not be thrown down on the floor because surely somebody'd stand on it, break it, and remote control was sacred. You know,
You can never find a remote control. Remember that? Always seemed to end up down the back of the couch.
Yeah. I don't know when this was exactly. I'm guessing it was early 90s or somewhere around then. Do you remember when then the magic remote came out that basically controlled all of the devices, so to speak? So one kind of crack that we used to get up to was we'd take the magic remote, and when it was nighttime, you could stand outside the kitchen in the dark and no one would see you. So someone would be inside watching the telly, and we changed it.
Yeah.
So they were like, change it back again, and then we change it again. So we got hours of fun out of using the magic remote to do that. I remember back in the day.
Magic remote, yeah.
Yeah, like I just check it out. The first remotes came out in the 70s, would you believe? So they were definitely knocking around in the 80s and 90s. Before they kind of, I suppose, became mainstream. You couldn't buy a TV now without a remote because it's the only way it works. If you lose the remote, you're in trouble. Yeah,
big time. Yeah.
And then when VCR videos came in, it was obviously a big. So if you remember going to like the video shop on a Friday or a Saturday or whenever it might be to get a video, that was a big thrill back in the day. Whereas now, obviously, you have everything on pretty much on demand.
I'd be interested in hearing some comments from listeners, maybe about, you know, what kind of setups they had at home, especially back in the day. You know, another thing was obviously in Ireland we only had what we referred to as Bog 1 and Bog 2, RT1 and RT2. I don't know what you had at home, guys. We only ever had RT1 and RT2. We were never into satellite or Sky or BBC for a long number of years. I don't even remember when they got them, but they did get them eventually. But definitely in my younger days, it was only RT1 and RT2. RT2 then obviously famously became Network 2 and then rebranded itself back to RT2. Probably money not well spent.
I do remember after we got, I think it was like BBC 1, BBC 2, possibly ITV. I don't even know if Channel 4 existed. So we didn't have it long. I was definitely in primary school, if I remember, and I was off school sick one of the days, and there was a thing on the BBC in the mornings. I can't remember. It was something to do. It was college something or other. So I have to thank the BBC for teaching me the facts of life. I remember at the time.
They weren't going to learn them in school back in those days.
So yeah, so by the time my parents chose to have that conversation with me, the BBC had taken care of it for them. So thanks very much to the BBC.
And like RT1 guys obviously is around with a number of decades. But when do you think RT2 actually officially came out?
Officially came out, I'll guess, 1987.
80s. I'd say it was earlier, surely.
Yeah, I'd say early 80s, maybe 81, maybe 80.
You're knocking closer to Sean than Aaron is. I believe it came out in 78.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then it was Network 2 for a while.
That was in the 90s.
Yeah, and then it went back to RT2 again. So I don't know why
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And what do you think? You said 90s. Actually, Network 2 rebranded in 1988.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went back in 04 to RT2 again. And then we had the arrival of additional channels like the TV3, and that launched in 96. Don't know, were we ever around for that? We're not. We were in the
Yeah,
pub.
I remember.
Yeah, I can remember that. Yeah. And TG Car must be around for a while, is that now? Yeah.
And then it was getting your first satellite. I remember that being like extremely exciting. So it was what was it called? It was B Sky B or something at the time that laterally became Sky. And then you had 100 channels or whatever. So that
I had actually left home by the time my parents got the satellite.
Yeah,
I was on channel
Hard done
1.
by.
Yeah. In our house, it was RT1, RT2, but I don't think it ever kind of bothered me that we didn't have BBC or any of those other channels.
You didn't know any different. You just had the big one or two, or just.
and look how you turned out, Sean, better than the rest.
I won't tell you where I learned about the facts of life, Niall. It wasn't RT1, RT2, that's for sure.
Well, it was BBC now, in fairness. It wasn't RT.
I know, but at least you could learn something like that on BBC. I don't think you could learn anything like that back in the day on RT1 or RT2.
RT, no, you'd be.
I wouldn't be allowed, lads. I wouldn't be allowed.
Pushed.
And were there any programs that you ritually would have gathered around the TV to watch, either as a family or with your parents or your brothers? Or
Definitely. I lost my background there, but Wanderley Wagon. I had a nice image there to start. Would you believe how many years do you think that was out for?
I'd say the 70s at least, rolling into the 80s.
68 to 82.
Wow, that's some run, isn't it? Judge the dog was a judge.
Judge, yeah.
Judge. And sneaky snake, wasn't it?
Sneaky snake, yeah. That was it.
Snake.
A shaky snake. And Bosco, I suppose, was as we see there with Niall.
My old friend
hanging around over his shoulder there. Our old friend Bosco. Bosco was around from 83 to 96, that's which we live.
Yeah, well, I was a massive Bosco.
Yeah.
Bosco White. I had a Bosco at home. I had the mug Bosco. Bosco, I remember very fondly. I learned a lot of things through that magic door.
Tell you one thing, I'd love a magic door now.
But it's a knock, open wide. It's a different kind of opening.
See what's on the other side.
A big one for me when I was a kid was the Muppet Show.
Yeah,
They rebooted there a couple of years ago, and then Fraggle Rock when that came on as well.
Yeah. I was
actually kind of biggies in terms of the two, and I got to stay up to a certain extent to watch again dependent, but was Dallas. Do you remember Dallas?
Dallas, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I still remember that, yeah. And the other one then on a Sunday night, I think particularly for rural people, was Glenroe.
Yeah, that was
8:30 to 9 o'clock, then the 9 o'clock news, and then up to bed.
Yeah,
the competition for Dallas was Falcon Crest. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Never really got off the ground.
J.R. Ewing was a big. I was like, when I grow up, I want to be J.R.
He was a legend, absolute legend, some man.
But Dallas probably back at that stage for us was probably a show we shouldn't have been watching. Really, great to him, compared to what it was definitely after the watershed, as they refer to it. So,
anytime I think of Dallas now, do you know what image pops into my mind is Pat Short wearing that T-shirt on Fat or Ted.
Yeah.
Shot JR. That's the image I have, not of the
Yeah.
actual TV show. But Pat
And,
Short.
and was there other shows, guys, that structured the evening? You know, like obviously the Angelus, I suppose, back in the day was a big thing. 6 o'clock, the Angelus had to be on. It wasn't our house, but
in our
Not
house.
in our house, not in our house. We
No.
not much religion in our house, but
Yeah.
no, but it was. I suppose it was. Well,
you'd be
back
told switch over to the Angelus. Like,
Well, in our house, you avoided the sitting room like the plague at around 6 o'clock. Otherwise, if you just passed the door and the Angelus came on, you were grabbed to come inside to do the
Yes.
Angelus. So like everybody would like scatter around 5:30, 5:45, 5:50. So we wouldn't be near the place,
So my father's father, my grandfather, used to catch every version of the news, both on TV and pretty much on radio, that was on a given day, which was probably the news 9 or 10 times. And the news on any given day is approximately the same news. So I could never work that out, but it was very important that he kept the next version of the news, but it was effectively the same information each and every time. So that was what.
Yeah.
18 was a big one.
Saturday morning shows, Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin, Anything Goes.
Yes, yeah.
Anything goes.
And what was the one after Anything Goes then?
Hadjo's Junk Box.
Hadjo's Junk Box.
That's it, yeah.
Go. I was getting a little bit old for that at that stage, but I grab a kind of a sneaky peek at it, yeah.
But Saturday was I love Saturdays because I would, go down, get up around 8 o'clock or 8:30, then have a bit of breakfast and then go into the TV room. Hoping that one of my brothers didn't have some female friend lying on the couch. If that was the case, the TV was out for at least an hour or two. I'd be very upset. But I would have, maybe the sitting room to myself for a couple of hours, and then it was Anything Goes, Padge's Junk Box.
Yeah.
Then a bit of lunch.
Did you watch
MT
that?
USA, yeah.
Yeah. Like Glenroe, things like that. Just actually, when we were talking about Bosco and that, we missed the Den, which has been a lifeline, I'd say, to RT over the years. Like that has been out since 1988. Is there some version of it still even going, I think?
Sure.
I don't watch TV at 3 o'clock during the week. I'll check it out. We'll have time.
Here's one for you. Do you remember Dilly No Douse O D?
Dilly No Douse O Douse O Douse O Dilly No Douse O D.
Couldn't understand what they were, but
No.
Scratch Saturday as well. Do you remember that?
Scratch Saturday, yeah.
No, I never really. I know of it, but I never really got into it. But was that not more radio? Or?
I was pretty sure that was on at some point. The Ninja Turtles obviously was big as well back then.
Yeah. I think certainly in terms of our parents, obviously the Late Late Show.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing how impactful or kind of culturally important in an Irish context that the Late Late Show has been.
Yeah.
Even the Toy Show, we still watch that every year. It's just tradition.
Pat Kenny on a Saturday night as well.
Well, our house is where we're a Gay Byrne house. We were not Pat Kenny house.
And Gay Byrne on the radio as well, so he was equally kind of influential there, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like certainly in terms of TV, he was a massive figure, wasn't he?
Yeah. Like in terms of rituals in our house, it would have been with my mother watching the Late Late Show on a Friday night. That was, you just panned out on the couch and just watched the Late Late Show. And then you remember all the specials they had, like the Christy Moore's special, Dubliners and all that. Yeah. Anyhow,
go on. Yeah. For any non-Irish listeners, it's still going, and as far as I know, it's the longest running chat show in the world.
It is.
I don't know how long it's going for, but it's the longest running in the world.
Going to the mid-60s, I think, something like that.
Cracking drum team to that as well, by the way. The music to that was pretty good. Mike, that's it for the TV. Yeah,
that's it, guys. I suppose the only thing, as I said, there's a couple of shows there. I suppose they're all Irish related shows because predominantly that's all we had was RT1 and RT2, but I'm sure some of our listeners would have fond memories of different channels depending on whether they had access to Sky or BBC.
I'll finish on this thought. Wouldn't it be good just to stick kids today into a room and only have 2 channels for them and not have anything else?
Lose their life. The broadband went down from my 2 there a few weeks ago, and you'd swear our grandparent was after dying for the weekend.
Here's the one. If you want,
they were grieving is the only really way I could describe it, you know.
if you want to have a family meeting, just turn off the broadband and they'd all accumulate around the router box.
Right, Niall, movies.
Yeah. Okay. So I've taken a slightly different, I suppose, approach on this, but again, because I was into my movies and I enjoyed probably more than TV, to be fair. So I suppose the way I kind of thought about this is, and again, obviously your kids can be young, older, and different, but if you had to recommend 4 or 5 movies or however many from the kind of 80s or 90s, then in other words, if someone was talking to you who wasn't of that time and they were looking for movies that they should absolutely kind of watch before they die, so to speak, for whatever reason, what would you recommend? So what are the movies that left the kind of biggest impact on you back then? So starting with yourself, Shawnee.
I kind of have to split it between the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because like for the 80s, any film by Spielberg or by John Hughes have like the biggest impact. So Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, that I with my own kids and in particular my son, we must have watched that film 100 times together.
Yeah.
The first Back to the Future,
Yeah.
from the 80s, and the last one then from the 80s would probably be The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. I could also throw in the Goonies as well there, and then from the 90s, it would be Trainspotting.
Yeah.
God.
Pulp Fiction.
That's my favorite movie of all time, by the way.
Really, yeah.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Very violent.
Yeah, and then there's loads of movies from the 90s that are really good as well. I'm Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs are probably my 2 favorite films in that, but I would probably throw in as number 3 Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. Overrated in my opinion, but there you go. Any movie you thought was brilliant for one reason or another back in the day, but when you look back at it now, you go, what was I thinking?
I was a big fan of the Rocky films in the day.
Rocky, but the first few were pretty good, are they not?
The first few are pretty good, but like now they're kind of probably it's a different time period to record them. But yeah, I mean, back then I was into them, but now I probably wouldn't be into them. But they were
Rambo.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I'm more into actions.
Yeah.
I would have said anything that Clint Eastwood was in, Will's Roadhouse, comes to mind, you know. Beverly Hills Cop, if you want a bit of comedy.
Yeah.
They were a great series. Beverly Hills Cop, Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic films.
Think we mentioned it in the Christmas special there, where my Christmas thing is where I sit down and I find something to watch, and you know, a series of shows. This year it was all of the Lethal Weapons. You know,
what would you add, Aaron? Anything that we haven't mentioned there that you love movies from the 80s or 90s?
I loved Top Gun because at the time I was making the planes and all. What a film, and it still stands up the test of time.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, and like I think he did a lot of the stunts himself. He still does. Amazing film, wasn't it? I mean, I don't think
Overrated.
You don't like the military stuff, Sean? No.
No. I like military stuff. Few Good Men is a good movie, but no, fuck, I have no time for Tom Cruise. That's what,
I love it.
Okay, and again, same question to you, Aaron. And it's one that you thought was brilliant back in the day, but you look back now and go, "What was I thinking?"
Oh, I'd say maybe. Oh, that's a good question. Now I'm trying to think. You'll have to give me a minute on that one now.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Mike.
Give me a minute.
Anything we haven't mentioned that you absolutely loved from the 80s or 90s movies wise?
Full Metal Jacket, Platoon.
Yeah.
You know, as I said, I was more into the action stuff. Would pique my interest. Definitely 2 great movies. If you had to sit down and watch one today, as you said, what was maybe overrated a little bit? I think Full Metal Jacket, and I might get a bit of heat in the comments for this, but I think Full Metal Jacket was probably a little bit more overrated. Platoon, I think, was a better movie, but I'm sure it had.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Platoon versus Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to, because some of them that you've covered off here, so Pulp Fiction, man, Schindler's List, it's a difficult watch. Spielberg, but nonetheless a kind of a worthwhile. Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Back to the Future we mentioned, just and shout out to an Irish one because Daniel Day-Lewis, My Left Foot,
Yeah.
1989. And for me, ironically, I watched this on video the first time because Pat Collins gave it to me. So it was released in 1983. It's Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, and I'd say Pat Collins gave me the video some around the middle of the 1980s. I think I watched it 9 or 10 times over 2 or 3 days. Now I look at it; it's obviously, from a kid's perspective. So I look at it now and kind of, but at the time it left a kind of a big impact. So something that was mentioned earlier on, which was the Late Late Show. So I'm going to tell you a story. And again, this actually has something to do with Pat Collins, as it turns out. He probably won't thank me for mentioning it. But back in the early 90s, I happened to just catch the tail end of an interview on the Late Late Show about a movie that went straight to movies called The Lover's Guide. Does anyone remember The Lover's Guide? Okay, so obviously I work for myself. I have a business. I'm an entrepreneur, but this was probably my first venture into business. So myself, Pat Collins, and someone else who probably should remain non-mentioned, we got a copy of The Lover's Guide. We managed to hook 2 VCRs up together and make bootleg copies of The Lover's Guide and sell them to people in St. Ailbe's for a relatively tidy profit at the time.
You never sold one to me.
I know I didn't, Darren, yeah.
It is one copy.
No, I was a junior shareholder in the business, so I think I was in about 10%. But again, it took me back to, because obviously, if you remember back in the day, lots of movies were banned. So I have a quiz for you. So I'm going to mention a series of movies here from the 80s and 90s, right? And you need to tell me whether they're from 70s, 80s, and 90s, because some of these obviously we would have seen in the 80s, but they're from the 70s. 70s, 80s, 90s. You need to tell me whether they were banned or not banned. So I'm going to get you guys to keep your own score. We'll do one at a time. So in other words, 1 point if you've seen the movie, 2 points if you know correctly whether it was banned or not banned. Okay. And a point for the decade as well. So we start with yourself then, Shawnee. This is one that you mentioned. So Trainspotting, you've seen it, so you get a point for that. Banned or not banned?
Not banned.
And which decade?
90s.
Okay, you're on 3 points. Aaron, moving on to yourself, a little bit harder. A Clockwork Orange.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Sorry. No.
Banned or not banned?
I'm banned.
Okay, that's 1 point. And 70s, 80s, or 90s?
90s?
No, 70s. So you're on 1 point. So it was never legally shown in Irish cinemas during the decade. Okay, Mikey, I'm sure you've seen this one, Mikey. Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct is 80s. Have you
seen it first?
I have seen it, yeah.
Okay, 1 point.
Don't believe it was banned.
No, you're right.
And it was in the, God, I'd say it might be early 90s, late 80s.
You're spot on. So you're on 3 points. So if I'm not correct, where Sean is on 3, Mikey's on 3, and Aaron's on 1 point. So back to yourself, Shawnee. Monty Python's The Life of Brian.
Oh, brilliant show, yeah.
Banned.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay, you're on 4. Decade.
70s.
Okay, and banned or not banned?
Banned.
Yeah, you're on 6 points, Shawnee. Blazing the trail there. Aaron, you're next. The Passion of the Christ. Have you seen it?
Yes, years and years ago.
Okay, so you're on 2 points now. So banned or not banned?
I think it was banned.
No, you're on not banned. It was controversial at the time. And the decade?
90s?
No, 2000s, Aaron. Again, Mikey, this is one I'm sure you've seen, Mikey.
I'm sweating it now.
Porky's.
Oh, would you believe it? It is something that I have only seen in recent years. Right? But go on, let me.
So banned or not banned? No, it was banned and then it was overturned. So it was briefly banned and then overturned. Decade, Mikey.
Is he thinking, or is he?
I think he's buffering.
I think I buffered there for a minute. Did I see Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Is that what you said?
No, Porky's. We're still on Porky's, Mike.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
So Porky's, I've seen it. I would have said it's in 80s.
Yeah.
And I think you said it was, I reckoned it wasn't banned, but I think you said it was.
Yeah. Okay. So you're on 5, Sean. You're out in the lead, and to be honest with you, Shawnee, this will probably seal the deal because it's a relatively easy one. So the
Give him the
Exorcist,
easy one.
Shawnee.
I've seen it in part. I haven't seen the full film.
Okay, we can't give you a point then, Shawnee.
No,
He was too scared.
I was.
Well, I wouldn't watch that either. My God,
Yeah.
wouldn't sleep for a week.
So banned or not banned, Shawnee?
I'll go with band.
No, and you're wrong. And I would have thought it was banned as well. So it's
Yeah.
often remembered as banned, but technically it never was. But it was effectively it was unavailable in Ireland. And the decade, Shawnee?
70s.
Yeah, you're spot on.
Yeah.
So, by the way, we're giving you 1 point for that. You'll have to make
Wasn't
count up your own score.
unavailable for
7.
download.
Aaron, you're next. So the crying game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have seen that
Okay.
today. Yeah,
Banned or not banned?
I think it was banned. Yeah,
No, it wasn't
No.
banned, Aaron. And what decade? No, it was
Nin-
controversial.
90s.
90s, you're spot on, Aaron. And who's next? Mikey? Natural Born Killers.
Seen it.
Banned or not banned?
Was banned.
Yeah, spot on, Mikey.
And I'm going to say again 90s.
90s, you're spot on, Mikey. And you've seen it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that puts you in the lead, Mikey. So, Sean, what are you on, Sean, points-wise?
7.
7. What's Mikey on?
I think about the 8, yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm just here.
Yeah,
One.
so I tell you what, will we go straight to a tiebreaker then? Because I'll be giving you an extra question, Shawnee. Well, but
Okay.
just for the
Yeah.
just for the laugh, here's number 10 on the list, so you can tell me here. Monty Python's The Meaning of Life.
Seen it.
Seen it.
Okay, so we give you all points. Son, who said not banned?
Me.
Anyone think it was banned?
I said everyone was banned. So go on.
Okay, you're going banned. Mikey, banned or not banned?
Not banned.
Not banned. You're all right, yeah, and you've all seen it. So does that Mikey's in the lead, or are we on a tiebreaker?
Mikey's in the lead by a point.
Okay, so anyway, I'll give you the tiebreaker question just for the crack, right? Okay, so I had to look this up. So the last movie to be banned in Ireland, what was it, and what was the year? I hadn't seen this now, so
Okay.
you won't get the movie, lads. Well, I doubt you will.
Any hints? Any?
Okay, it's got girls in the title,
Girls
2
in it.
syllables, and the second syllable is girls.
Kiss the girls.
So
It's
it's a movie called Showgirls. I haven't seen
yeah.
it, so I can't
Neither
really
have I.
tell you any about it. Right? Anyone guess the year?
It was late 90s.
No, I'd say a bit earlier. I'd say maybe 1994.
Yeah. What you guess, Aaron?
1997.
1997. Like
I go 99.
99. So it was 1995. So that was the last time a movie was banned
Banned.
in Ireland. We haven't
That's
banned any
funny.
movies.
I got
Yeah.
it.
So there you go.
Very good. Interesting one.
Movie
Sugar.
magic. Thanks,
Well
Niall.
done. Well done.
That was
Aaron.
brilliant, yeah. That was
Yeah.
great crack.
And congrats, Mike, at the movie quiz.
Competitive
Congrats,
side
Mike,
broke
yeah.
out. I watched too much TV, obviously.
Okay, Aaron.
There had been questions from the chase, it would have flown through. Anyway, we're going to take a look at some TV ads from the 80s and 90s. Jingles and ads you still quote. So I picked 3 ads. The Guinness ad where the man is dancing at the pint, anticipating his beard. Remember that one?
Yeah, brilliant. When was that from? Or about?
That was from the early to mid 90s.
Okay, yeah.
I remember going to the pub and the lads dancing around the pint. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was a big one. The second one then, a brilliant ad, it's still a classic. ESAT Digiphone. It starts. This guy's going out on a date with this woman, and everything's going great. And then he said, "Hi,
yeah.
Kate, it's me from the bar." Remember that one? Oh, it's brilliant. And another kind of family advert I picked was Penny's Christmas advert. It's a cartoon, a child coming down the stairs. Penny's got a whole lot of things for Christmas. Remember that?
Yeah.
So they were very good ads, like kind of tugged at your heart.
Did a whole lot of things for Christmas. A lot for the family, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they still use it to a certain extent. But
I had forgotten. Did you say the ESAT Digiphone? Was that what that the
ESAT
guy from the bar?
ESAT Digiphone, yeah.
I'd
Well,
forgotten
Kate.
that. But then
was
when you say
brilliant.
it, yeah, I remember that.
I was researching during the week. I downloaded a little video of it. Oh, it's still brilliant, like. But so have a think about what would your three favourite ads from that era would be. Also, that era was very good for jingles and quotations. Like example, Pat the Baker, so fresh it's famous.
Oh yeah.
You know? Kellogg's Frosties, they're great. That's not a good impression.
Ker-
Totally tight of it, isn't it?
That's a fantastic impression of
They were brilliant. They were brilliant adverts, they weren't they?
Kerrygold,
Bird's eye potato waffles, waffly versatile. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
They
Kerrygold
go
ad,
with me,
the horse
banger.
trance.
bird's eye potato waffles, waffly.
It's imagine how the jingles of some of the ads stay in your head, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
good food gets better when you put it all together with the one best mayonnaise.
Who loves Hellman's?
Yeah.
And there's one particular ad, Niall, that always
Oh.
sticks in your head after a few
Yeah.
drinks. I wonder what chocolate
It's your party
Confe-
feet, Niall.
confectionery that could be.
Your party feet.
Only the crumbliest, flakiest chocolate tastes like chocolate never tasted before.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need a few pints in me to do it
That's a
properly.
wasted
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh,
Do it
listeners,
justice,
you,
yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
know what you're missing when
Yeah.
Niall gets that out. I would say mine would be I always love the heart bads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The camel and
Good ads, bad drink.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus Christ,
exactly.
That
I,
stuff is like Pentecost. Go on.
I couldn't agree more. Now, yeah, great ads. Terrible drink. Same Smithwick's also had some good ads back then. I like the Yop ads. Do you remember the Yop?
Refresh my memory.
Boy up.
Yeah,
What was the
boy,
one
yeah,
with
boy, yeah.
was it Born the Mona? There was a tune and
The Marina was used for one of their
That's
one
true,
of their
yeah.
there was
adverts.
a fiddle as well. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah,
Marina
the
was.
Christmas ad, wasn't it? It was nearly a Christmas ad.
They went a heartwarming advertisement. The whole family scenario was sitting around the fire. Yeah, it was
Exactly.
very powerful. Yeah.
But what it was, isn't it weird? I think back, if you take the Kerrygold ads back in the day,
Yeah. Who's taking the heart in France?
who's bringing it up? Yeah, we said that a couple of times.
They're not allowed in America anymore. The Kerrygold lads. Go on.
But it seems like, at least I don't get the impression that it's the same today, but the ads back in the day were almost mini-series, kind of.
Well, they're far, but Guinness spent like they spent huge money on their ads.
Oh, huge money. Even on
But
the
a lot of
dance
their
advert,
ads
million.
are kind of, you know, they're kind of massive, so to speak.
Yeah.
The Guinness ad. Do you remember the Guinness advert? The surfboard.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Amazing.
Yeah,
Like the
that's
time,
incredible.
wasn't it?
But
I was just going to say, Sean, like, is that because of, I suppose, with so many channels now and the ability to flick between different things, the effort isn't being put into advertising that type of medium
I'd say it's-
anymore. You know, like,
Well,
just-
people are fast forwarding. Like, yeah, I know what you're saying.
yeah, it's a fair point. Yeah, I mean, just the message has to get out much quicker nowadays than it did back in our day, I guess. Because, you know, if you take a Kerrygold lad, you know, they come in from, you know, bringing the horses from the stud, and, you know, someone's cooking, and it's like it's
Yeah.
almost a 3-4 minute ad. I'd say, maybe. What's that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Again, great ads, bad drink.
exactly.
Here's a great ad, you know, Christmas advert, Coca-Cola. I should be getting sponsored. I'm
Yeah.
drinking Coke here, but the truck coming into town. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. That was an amazing ad, isn't it? It's still used, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite
Great
good.
production, great jingles. Yeah. So I mean,
No, it's good. It's good. I also like the tango ads. You know.
Oh,
you
yeah,
tango.
that thing, the big orange hand.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it?
yeah. It's quite good. So,
Yeah. Very good.
but I today I couldn't even give you an ad off the top of my head or a jingle of an ad off the top of my head.
I couldn't either. No.
It was but it was good. It was good. You know, and if the Bisto ads, that was also like a kind of
Yeah.
TV series as well.
Ever getting up, never in
Never
the
in
morning.
the Sunday.
That ever going
Never
to
get
the
the
garden
garden
cut.
cut or something. Never in a month of Sundays.
Man. Some things never change.
Anything
Well-
else on the ad side, Aaron?
Mike is buffering. ESB were famous for their ads in the 1980s. The going home advert. I think actually
Oh yeah.
your man
That-
from Ireland AM was on, Alan Hughes, is it?
Yeah, Alan
Yeah.
Hughes is in that. Yeah,
That's a pretty powerful ad, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
The whole emigration coming home, like, and the home is where the heart is, where the power of ESB. So it's simple mindset. But sure, everyone was watching the ads then. You didn't have a choice, you know.
I suppose when you only had 2 channels, you know, ads added an extra flavor to it, right?
Yeah, it was Yeah, they were very good. They worked on nostalgia and the home teams of those family ads, Board them on, ESB, utility companies, all that. And it's a different story now, but I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
any of our listeners want to throw in the comments what ads we might have missed out, or what were their favorite ads? Throw it in. Yeah. Okay. So, coming to closely to the end, guys. And before we do, like you, Niall, I have also prepared a little quiz. Okay.
I'm not playing this quiz. I'm not playing. I got on terrible in the last one. Well,
Okay.
Competitive streak on here.
Yeah, very competitive streak. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to play one TV series theme tune, one movie theme music or song, and then one ad. Okay, so and each of you have to guess it. And
Okay.
I wasn't smart like you and I didn't think of a tiebreaker. So
Can we phone a friend?
do we just shout it out? We don't have any friends.
no.
audience.
You've got one each.
Oh, okay.
So
Any rules? We can't use Soundhound or anything like that. No.
you could if one of you don't get it, no, you can't use the sound.
And the prize is a pint of Harp or Budweiser the next time we got meet up.
You can take the
we've
horse
got
friends.
and the loser has to do his best. What's up?
Point to Harp. One before we move on. Sally O'Brien and the way she may look at you. What advert was that from?
Oh, that was Harp, wasn't it?
Harp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that came into my head. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah. I want to know what Sally O'Brien looks like now, guys.
That's
Oh.
should be gorgeous. To be
Still now.
look.
Whatever you're into her. Okay, Mike, you're up first. You
Okay.
ready?
Deep
All
breaths.
right. Let's see if you. So we're doing TV series, okay?
Okay.
If Mike doesn't get it, well, I suppose do we get a go at that?
All right.
Myself and
So
Bosco get a go. Go on.
okay, Mike, you're up. Let's see if you get this.
Jeepers. I have fucking no clue.
Think of aliens.
Aliens.
For feck's sake, Sean.
No clues now.
All
You're
right.
not put me on anyone's side.
It's not E.T., but it's not a movie. So is this cartoon?
TV
isn't it?
series.
TV
No,
series.
TV series.
Yeah, it's a cartoon, Mikey. Yeah.
All right. Time's up. I hand it over.
Pass. Sorry.
Niall or Aaron, first in.
Alf.
Bonus point for Niall. Alf.
Was it?
Alf.
Alf.
Yeah.
Oh,
Similar.
your man. Yeah. Oh,
The puppet
Jesus.
fella.
He was from the planet Melmac. There's a useless piece of information.
Oh,
Actually,
Aaron, that's you. That's
Give
definitely
him a
worth.
pint
Oh,
for
that's a
that.
bonus
Yeah.
point for that. Yeah.
Give him a pint of Harp for that.
it's only because it came up on YouTube one night inside, and I ended up watching a few episodes. Go on.
Okay, Aaron, you're up next.
I think you should get 2 pints for that, Aaron, to be quite honest.
Where did you get that?
Yeah.
There.
Oh,
PJ Hooker.
oh.
No, it's not. Peter.
Niall.
I think this is the name of it, but it could be Silver Spoon.
No.
Family
Something to do with
Ties.
Silver Spoon.
No.
Hill Street
What is
Blues.
it?
Cagney and Lacey.
Ah,
Whoa.
big.
What
What am I actually on about? Does anyone know what I'm on about? Because I don't.
Silver Spoon. What's that about?
But something Silver Spoon was there a
Yeah,
movie?
Silver Spoons. Yeah, that was the 80s.
okay,
that
that's
was
fine. I'm not
the
gone
kid.
mad. Yeah.
No, Silver Spoons was.
That was like a
right.
Family
All right,
Ties type thing, wasn't it?
All right,
Oh,
Niall.
the Super Lady Cops. Good show.
Yeah, great show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the 80s for team tunes on all the
Amazing.
series. Like
It
cracking.
reminded me, Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
That was another good show. Go on,
Yeah,
fire
and
on.
another brilliant team tune. Okay, now you're up. I have a good one for you now.
Ron, you got him too long.
It's not Cheers, is it?
Anybody?
Mine's
know
not
it.
blank, no, it.
I was
What about
the Golden
sorry.
Girls, but I don't think it is. I think
Say it
it's
again. Say again, Mike.
Was it the Golden Girls?
Yes, Mike. Well done.
For
Well
feck's
done.
sake, Mike.
Ah.
All right, we're all on a pint, Johnny.
Yeah,
Like
you're on
an
the
extra
point
name if I
after
can think of the three women's names, no?
after.
What's the Cheers team tune?
Dun,
That's-
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
Making your way in the world
Again,
today.
another great show and a great
Yeah.
team tune.
I'm back
Exactly.
watching that actually. It's on E4 during the week. I'm back watching them. They're a fantastic show, yeah.
All right, now we're going from movies.
Okay.
Okay. No, Mike.
Except for Mike, our memory is shite, lads.
Yeah, Mike. Mike. Pretty much.
Yeah.
What's the film?
Oh, the little guy, Danny DeVito was in it, isn't he?
Yeah, Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. The other
We're
one.
thinking of twins. Danny DeVito and Arna.
Oh, again, I know this book.
Mike,
Can we say-
don't you be there googling that.
No.
No Googling, Mike.
No, I'm not. My hands are here.
Right, we put them like this, Mike. We need to see them
Hey.
up here.
I can see Alexa over in the corner. Go
Okay,
on.
Aaron got the name of the song, all right. The Shoop song.
Yeah.
What's the film? Anybody?
It's not Twin.
It's a
no.
tough one. It's a tough one. It's a
See, once you say it, though, yeah.
Pass it on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If I could turn back time.
no.
Yeah.
That's another song
sure.
that she
What's the
did.
other song? It's
All
No,
right, we'll keep going. It's
what is it? Give us the answer.
Mermaids.
For Christ's sake, Johnny.
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
Come
Are
on.
you having a laugh?
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
All right. Okay. Who's next? Aaron.
Here.
I have it.
Ghost.
Yes. Well done.
I got one right.
Mermaids to Ghost.
Yeah.
But you're like,
This is it. Are you after giving him a tenner under the podcasting table, Aaron?
All right. Come on. I have an easy one. I have an easy one for you, Niall. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, bonus point. I get
If
another
you
bonus
said
point.
that, who
What
was-
other film did that song feature in?
The Ghost song.
Yeah.
on Chain Melody, Righteous Brothers.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Is it Forrest Gump?
The Naked Gun.
Was it?
Oh. Reboot out there recently as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. I haven't seen the reboot, and
Well,
I don't
I
think.
think it's not a reboot. It's a new version of it. Go on,
I
Shawnee.
don't think. All right. Okay. Niall, you're up. You should get this.
What train spot?
But what's the song?
Born Slippy.
Very good. Well done. That was easy. Okay.
Great tune.
Okay, did I get a pint?
You did. So you did. All right.
Okay, I'm at 2 pints to Aaron, so I have to win one of these competitions.
Okay. Mike is ahead.
Michael
three-
might be ahead.
He got the bonus point.
But
No,
do we
sorry.
not all get
Aaron is ahead. Aaron is ahead.
Aaron is ahead. Well, I have
Yeah,
2
yeah.
pints. Aaron has what? 3 pints?
3 points, and Mike has 2 points.
2 pints. Okay, it's all to play for.
So I'll play for. Okay, now we're going to do ads. This is a bit more tricky. It wasn't easy.
Then mermaids. That you mean?
Pretty much.
Hey, Niall, I don't believe. Niall, Bosco's telling you the answers. Come on.
Fucking mermaid.
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Mike, you're up. Let's see if you get this. I hope this comes out right.
Aliens. Yes. I'm Giovanni. And this is my friend, George.
I'm Ray Houghton, and this is my friend Dave O'Leary.
Sorry, I forget to introduce my other friends. Tedò. Tedò Schillaci. So,
Which alcoholic beverage had Total Scalacci in their ad in the 90s?
It wouldn't have been Guinness. It definitely wouldn't have been Harp.
It's a Heineken.
No, it's Irish.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Smittix.
Bonus point for you, Niall.
Oh,
good man.
Scratchy and Smittix. There, I tell you what, like that's.
Very good. Smell
Yeah.
it. Oh, we used to drink that.
I was thinking Italian and lager would be more.
So we're in agreement then that all shit alcohol have really good advertising.
Well, Smittix, in fairness, I shout out Pat Collins drinks. Smittix
Yeah,
is I couldn't know. I'd put Smittix in.
If you get a good pint with it, we'd be fine. You used to drink it, yes.
Smittix is a better drink than Mermaids is a movie, Shawnee.
You're not going to let me live this down.
Hey.
All right. Okay.
Create a new cocktail called Mermaid. Go on.
All right. Actually, do you know what? This one, I meant to play this one for Mike, being a farmer, but or coming from farming background.
Under pressure now.
But now this one's going to Aaron.
Right.
Okay.
Or I could have played for Niall, actually.
This is no time to gamble with your choice of milk replacers. Some of them fold when you least expect.
Oh, Jesus.
Some need careful watching. Others look
calf.
pretty. Then there's the number one, the brand you can read.
I know, I can picture the ad. I can't think of the products.
I have it. I know it.
Something triple X.
Go for
Oh,
it.
that's
Go for
you're
Mike.
right.
Golden
Go for-
Maverick.
Yes.
Yeah, give Mike the pint for that. Now you give me a half a pint, Shawnee, as soon as I point
I've
in
never
the
went
right
to
direction.
any farmer in my life. I had a few
I
hands.
thought at first it was the Toyota ad. For the Hilux.
Aaron wasn't going to have the foggiest in terms
No
of that.
way. Sure, jeez, I have a dog. and I had a guinea pig.
I
Right,
take
right.
it back.
We'll wrap it up with this one for
Is this for the win, Shawnee? No,
it's-
Mike is too far ahead.
I'll have to count points after. This is for Niall then. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, I've picked something up, John. Let's look at it, Ralph. Yay! That's the catatonic kick of real laser casting
Oh,
the
that's
back of his
Tango.
throat. Tony!
Yeah,
What is that?
Tango, the
No
orange
idea.
Tango.
outfit.
He's
Yeah.
definitely not Wee Willie Winky. Go on then. Blast my taco taste buds,
Yeah.
Sonny! Yes, well, I'd be upset too if a man come up to me with his kilt flying. Spank.
Oh, brilliant! I remember that ad. Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, lads.
Let me see. Let's do the counting. 1, 2, 2 for Niall, 3 for Niall, 4. Niall, you're on 4 points.
Yeah, and my screen has just gone dark black here, so I can hear you, but I can't see you.
3. Aaron, you're on 3 points. Ooh, I think Niall might have this.
One Niall.
And
Niall is back. Niall is back.
2, 4 points for Niall. I think Niall has it.
Man, Niall.
Well done, Niall.
Fair
Perfect.
play. I take it back, Shawnee. You were dead right to put mermaids in there.
Yeah. Your prize is you have to watch Mermaids tonight.
That was a
Exactly.
stroke of genius, Shawnee. Stroke of genius.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, guys, we're a bit long on this episode, but a very enjoyable episode. I have to say, it's amazing how we're still at least have such attachment to like the culture, movie culture, and TV and ads back in the days. I don't think our kids will have the same attachment to ads and TV these days. But any final words?
Hopefully, the internet connection has held up for all of us, so that this recording is legible or hearable to people. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it will have been all for naught, and we'll have to do it all again.
I know, but it might be worth just we could do this again.
Yeah,
Because,
and make it seem like it's authentic.
yeah. Yeah. Instead of
Remember
mermaids,
to
we'll have Jaws.
Remember to reboot your dongle. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Look
Yeah,
after your dongle.
after your
Exactly,
dongle,
yeah. And your
Okay.
dongle will look after you. Go on.
Listeners, as Niall put it, look after your dongle, and we'll catch you next time for a brand new episode of
Yeah.
Friends in Low Places. So take care. Okay.
Thanks,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Bye.
You guys take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
week. Bye.
Suppose a ride is out of the question.
Down with this sort of thing. Careful now.